Chloe and Halle sit down to talk relationships.
I know, it's like I'm kind of split. I know I would never do it, but because we're so vocal about women taking charge, especially like in male-dominated things, like when it comes to music and like how we're doing that too. I feel like two sides of our necks if we're like, it's weird if a lady does that. I wouldn't do it, but all power to you, girl.
Yeah, like do your thing. If
that's your thing, if you want to get on your knee and propose to the man, do you, girl. I ain't doing it, but all power to you.
Sometimes that works out.
But sometimes they will be engaged for 6, 7, 10 years and never get married because the man is like, babe, let's just stay engaged.
Somebody said proposing to a man is completely different. So you think that proposing to a man first before he does that to you is different than you saying I love you to a man first?
I don't know.
I mean, I feel like those are both things. Like I'm really shy, and when I don't say how I feel a lot of the time. So I feel like somebody has to like say something first.
CX8's overdose said, I'd rather sweep a beach. Said, I'd rather mop the floor. Yeah, like the only, and I'm only speaking hypothetically, the only way I would say I love you first, oh my gosh, I even hate myself saying it, is if it like slips out. If I'm like sleeping, because sometimes I sleep talk, very rarely. I even sleep sing sometimes. But when that happens, if I'm like, I love you in my sleep,
and that's like, okay, because you can't help that.
That's very rarely. I am never telling a man I love him first. I don't care how much I do. I don't care if I'm all the way in love with him. Would you?
I don't know. I can't say.
Char _ said I'd eat a jean jacket before I get down on my knee. Ooh, Prince _ LBRCJ said, I'm speaking of your song just came on. I know that's right. Do it.
That's just fun to do it.
Okay, so that was fun.
Oh, it's Dante.
Hey. Okay, so it said, so back to the question. We got on a whole tangent. It's more meaningful to me when I receive a gift from someone I love or I hear from someone I love that they love me. B for me. B for you, right? I feel like you said that. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's more meaningful to me when I sit close to someone I love or I am complimented by someone I love for no apparent reason.
B. It's B for me because compliments, okay, I have a love-hate relationship with compliments. Sometimes when I'm receiving compliments from people about everyday life or about myself, I don't necessarily believe them, but sometimes like if a guy is complimenting me, it just makes me blush, and then I'm like, and then I'm like, no, that's not true. But then I'm like, oh, it might be a little true if he thinks so. You know,
especially if you're feeling him and he's like, oh, you look real pretty today, mom. It's like,
yeah.
I just love compliments. If you want to be with me, compliment. It makes me feel so good. Just hearing the same thing over and over again from the one I love. What? Okay, we agree on that. Okay, you can read the next one.
Is this the next one?
Yeah.
It's more meaningful to me when I get the chance to just hang out with someone I love, or I unexpectedly get small gifts from someone I love. I feel like they're asking the same question though. But basically, we've said this already. Getting the chance to just hang out with someone they love. But I think you were talking about the gifts, right? You love the gifts.
I do like the random small gifts, but then I do love hanging out. But we can't be together for not hanging out. But, this is my next question that we wanted to ask tonight. Could you all do a long distance relationship? Let me put the phone down for a second. Could you all, and would you want to do a long distance relationship? And that means like maybe completely different states, completely different countries. Not like the 30 minutes, hour doesn't really count to me. Someone said, hey, Mama Bailey. That's Mama.
Yeah, Mama Bailey. I could. I'm a very, loving person. And I feel like once I love somebody, I will, stay with that person. You know, I will stay with that person. I will try. And no matter the situation, no matter how far away I have to go, I feel like I am stable enough to will try my best to keep that relationship in check.
Yeah. I feel like we're both really loyal people. And I don't know, like when we like someone, we kind of have our blinders on and we don't really want anyone else. And I think because we work so much, the time that we spend apart from the person that we're with or whatever, we're not just being idle. And we have stuff we have to do. We have ourselves we have to take care of, putting ourselves first. So it's like the little rare moments where we do have off, it's like I'm only thinking about that person, you know?
Somebody said they don't trust a man in a long distance relationship. Long distance for who? I want to see you.
Ooh, okay, makes a good point.
That is a good point. But I agree with you as well. Princess Kai said long distance kind of makes the love stronger, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's what I say. I feel like distance, it makes it exciting, makes your heart grow fonder. And when you do see that person again, it's like spark, spark, spark.
And then like the little journey, like, you know, you're like 20 minutes away from their place or something. It's like, your heart's going like that. It's like, oh, I'm about to see the person.
Matt Nicholas said facts. All men do is lie.
Now, let me tell you now, okay, speaking from like a man point and not trusting. Men, this is for all the men. Can you all do a long distance relationship? If you don't see your woman until like every other month or something, would you be tempted by lust with other women? Like if there's a friend you got, you know, like how they say, that's my brother, that's my sister.
Oh, that's
yet in the background they doing that.
We need to talk about that.
Oh!
We need to talk about that. Because there are sorry I'm veering.
No, you're
but that kind of really. Have you guys ever had a situation where maybe the person that you have just started talking to or you're just got into a relationship with has a friend or a friend of the other sex who they call, oh, that's my sister. Oh, that's my brother. Even though they're not related in any way, even though they're not cousins, they are like...
And they're just a little too much like...
And they're just a little too wanting, like, oh, like, that's my brother.
And the girl's always like,
that's my brother.
And then it's
like, no,
I don't
girl.
touch my brother like that.
They're like, no, girl. I've known him for a long time, girl. Like...
And then both of them are very attractive. And they're both attracted to, like, the sex of the friend. You telling me nothing happened when y'all are lonely? Got a little wild night? Drinking and getting lit? I don't believe that.
Exactly. I never believe that. I never said, oh, that's my sister. Like,
that hasn't happened to me. I haven't been with someone who's like,
oh, that's my sister. That's my home girl. Like,
but if a person I'm with tells me that,
make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
I'm gonna be like, y'all never had
relations? Nothing ever happened here?
You've never had relations? Not one time? No one slipped up and said, I really care about you more than a friend.
Yeah, or nothing happened. Like
that don't sound right.
One time at a party, nothing.
That don't sound right to me.
It don't.
So
that's all I wanted to talk about.
Well, speaking of that, if you are in a long distance relationship, would you wait for your woman if you don't see her till like every other month? And you have like female friends around you and stuff, could you contain yourselves to not cheat on your woman in a long distance relationship? Be honest, men. Let's see the comments because Golden Glamour said they're hooking up behind closed doors.
Exactly. Yes.
Well,
I feel like about the long distance thing, I don't know why. I feel like I feel like women, like we can hold out.
It's easier for
a
women.
long time. We don't care when we love somebody. It's just like, yeah, I could wait forever, 6 months, however long, you know. But I feel like with a guy, it's a different situation because of their need for stuff and like their testosterone and wanting to have all of this stuff, right? I feel like there must be something different, but I'm not a man, so I don't know their perspective of it. Like, how would that be?
Well, what I'm reading here, most of the guys are saying they would.
They would wait? Wow.
Sassy as a mug says, if he is a baby mama, he isn't single. How do y'all feel about that? And do you feel like, excuse me, I got a burp. And do you feel like someone can be friends with their exes? Let's talk about it. Do you feel that way?
No. If you're friends with your ex, that's a red flag for me.
Yeah. Why aren't they cut off?
Like friends, like what does it mean to be friends with your ex? Like, oh, I'm just going to lunch. We're just catching, huh?
You have had feelings for this person. You have shared energy with this person, and you're telling me, I just feel like exes, especially like there's some women who I know who don't like about their body count and stuff. Especially if they don't have to go find a new man, they can just keep being with that same person, and it doesn't graze up.
Exactly, and that brings in the baby mama situation. So that guy who said, if I have a baby mama, I'm not single. To me, I understand that, because in a way, your baby mama, she's not going anywhere. She's always going to be the number one in your life. So if I got into a relationship with a guy who had a baby mama, I would already know, like, okay, this is probably not going to work out, because you and your baby mom, especially if they're still friends and have a good relationship with parenting. That's what they say a lot of the time. They're like, oh yeah, we have a great co-parenting relationship.
But there are some rare cases where it is really just good and cordial. But I'm saying, y'all don't need to be having dinner dates for the children.
Exactly.
Now, granted, we don't know nothing about that, but you know what this reminded me of?
We're way younger than that.
Oh, it just slipped my freaking mind.
Oh no.
It was good. Oh!
Happy birthday.